What about African Americans, those who live in America? Now we have this issue, like even now a movement that Black Lives Matters because of the police unrighteousness, let's put it this way. What do you think is the perspective of the Black movement in the States? Is there a racial problem in the States, and how should Christians and African American Christians should address these issues in their communities?
Blacks in America have gone a long way. They have come a long way since the days of the civil rights movement in the 50s and the 60s, or even before then. Things were really bad for white people. I mean, for black people. I mean, can you imagine blacks couldn't even go to the same restaurant as other, other white, other
or
people.
Sit in the same bus.
Or sit in the same bus, yes. And they're the same citizens, and they're supposed to be citizens of the same country. They could fight in the same war, but they couldn't sit in the same restaurant. They could fight and represent the country in the sports events and bring laurels and medals for the country, but they would not allow them to go to the same school. So, but things are much better now. So I think blacks have gone a long way. The fact that we have a black man as the president of the United States of America is an indication to the fact that blacks have gone a long way, and blacks have come a long way, and things are much more better than it used to be. But still, there are still some prejudices. There are still some elements of racism in America, and blacks, and the reason for it, especially when it comes to the police force, the reason for this is because people think that blacks are violent generally, and the reason why, maybe it could be true, maybe some of the brothers are violent, and the reason for that is because they perceive suspicion and discrimination towards, for example, if I know that you as a white person, you have done the same thing and you are not being stopped or disturbed, or you are being approached with honor and respect, and I know that I'm even better, maybe I'm more prosperous than you, maybe I'm doing better than you, maybe I've not even done what you have done, and I'm being insulted immediately I was approached, so you are aggravated already. You are already so they suspect the black man, and the black man wants to defend himself. So it's the willingness for the desire of the black young men to say, okay, I'm not worse than anybody. Don't treat me. I've not done anything wrong. Don't be treating me as if I'm guilty already, or as if I'm an offender without even talking to me yet. So that desire to claim their uprightness and say, hey, I've not done anything wrong. Don't be suspicious. So is that what makes the black young men aggressive? And when they begin to be aggressive like that, then it gives the white cops the license, so to say, to jump on them and begin to try to stop them. But I think, something has to be done about that in America, because in a similar situation in Europe, when somebody even has a gun in his hand, like the story of the young man that's maybe 12 years old guy or 10, a very small baby child that was having a gun in his hand, and it was a toy gun. So the police just shot him with several bullets all over his body. But in Europe here, they will shoot, but maybe they will shoot at the leg, or they will shoot the gas, or they will use not real bullet, maybe artificial bullet, something that will disarm him but will not kill him. But in America, it's immediately they use bullets that kill people. So that is the difference. But here, I think that has to be changed in America, in the sense that, and then they begin to use a lot of forces, physical strength, physical forces in America to try to hold back the black people. But here, they just use gas. So they disarm them rather than being physical all the time. And I think that is the kind of thing that people in America need to work on.
How can we change this perception that you see a black person, you will not think that he is some kind of criminal, that he's just an ordinary human being? How can we actually...
No, it's not automatic though. We cannot say every time people see black people, they think it's a criminal. There must be some reason or the other that lead to them to suspect. Most of the time, they treat the black man like that, maybe because of the area they live in, which is already renowned for crime. Or maybe it was speeding, or he was, behaving in a suspicious way. So not every black man is treated that way automatically. There is always one reason or the other that makes people to begin to suspect them. But a lot of black movements and a lot of African American organizations are fighting this on a regular basis. And thank God for that. And then also a lot of black people are becoming more successful. And so they are becoming more respected. And it's getting better by the day, I think. And I think it's going to get better.